What is going on, guys? Dork Gaming here, and welcome to a bit of an oddball video coming from me, which I like to call the proof of the XTHLP theory. Now, if you don't know who XTHLP is, his YouTube channel will be linked in the description and the comment section down below, although I'm pretty certain you know who XTHLP is by now. He has this theory that says that the damage that we can calculate with the formulas that we have is always going to be different than the damage we see in game. The reason behind that is there's always a certain amount of damage that the game adds on top of that to know basically what the damage type is going to be, what the damage originated from, and such things to basically allow the game itself to streamline its calculations so it doesn't lag the game, I guess. The builds that you're gonna see right now, my Orthos Prime build, the first Ash Prime build, and later on my Fragor Prime build and the second Ash build, are builds that I used to test this. I used my Orthos and the first Ash build in the two clips you just saw at the beginning, and then my Fragor and the second Ash build will be used in this upcoming two clips that you are about to see, where I wanted to see whether or not the damage I was going to get out of this was going to be different depending on the multipliers and modifiers on finisher damage. Obviously, as you can clearly see right here, that was not the case. On the Grenier, I was getting 50 damage. On the Corpus, I'm getting 50 damage. So that damage is not being modified by anything. It doesn't scale with my weapon mods, it doesn't scale with my Ash mods, and it also doesn't scale from Ash's Augment Fatal Teleport. So that's an added number, not a number that is taken into perspective when calculating the damage. Otherwise, it would have been modified by finisher damage of my Fragor, crit probably from the Fragor, and also the finisher damage multiplier from Fatal Teleport, which also scales with power strength, and this build is made to have more strength than the standard Ash build that I use in order to test the exact thing. And sure enough, I did not get a difference to the number, which in my mind means that the number is not modifiable by damage mods, by finisher damage, and finisher damage multipliers such as Fatal Teleport. So that means that it's an added number. Now, where does this number come into play? Where could this 50 damage possibly originate from? My idea is that it's the damage added by the game on top of your actual damage in order for the game to know that this is a Fatal Teleport finisher, so it can add that multiplier on top. Obviously, if it's going to be added on top, that 50 damage must not be modifiable by the Fatal Teleport itself, and neither should it be modifiable by the weapon. Hence why, no matter what the weapon I use, and no matter the power strength on my Ash, the damage will always be 50. Now, I don't know why specifically 50, maybe it's just the number chosen for Fatal Teleport. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a Fatal Teleport, so the numbers are out to be pretty high, and 50 damage compared to, say, 500,000 damage, which, by the way, is the damage I can get with that Fragor Prime build and an Ash, I'm pretty certain it is literally nothing. So it's just like XTHLP said, that the damage is so minuscule compared to the numbers that you're gonna get that it's not really traceable. But in the case that all other damage is removed and only that specific damage is left, then it is actually going to make a difference. I mean, in this case, there's not supposed to be a finisher at all. The only reason that there is one to begin with is because of the weapon modifiers on sorties. Both of these or rather 4 clips that you saw, 2 on Grenier and 2 on Corpus, excluding the gameplay here, they're all using sortie modifiers at our advantage, because weapon modifiers on sorties remove your weapons, but for some reason Ash can still initiate fatal teleport, so it allowed me to test this, because otherwise you can't just remove your melee weapon and do fatal teleport. It won't work, you'll just do a standard teleport. And that's basically all I wanted to say. I hope I didn't ramble on for too long. This was unscripted because I'm trying to do this video in a bit of a hurry. And to me, it personally is proof of the ZELP theory, because there's nothing that modifies that number 50, and there's no other explanation as to where the number originated from. Ash can't possibly be doing that number, and there's no other explanation other than the ZELP theory, that the number is being used by the game to predetermine that this is a fatal teleport finisher. Anyway guys, that is all I had for you. I hope this helps us to calculate damage in Warframe a little bit better from now on, and I hope I'll see you in the next video.